just so tired. This is not my preferred choice of being on here. I'm a very positive person. I refuse to dwell on something that'll only make me more sad. And that isn't saying don't feel the sadness, because you have to. The healthy thing to do is acknowledge and feel every emotion, but you can also choose what you dwell on and what your mindset is. And it's been 2.5 years of being sick. Even just saying that doesn't feel real. And I've been so excited by all the things I can do now that I couldn't do. My mindset with it has always been positive. To be honest, sometimes too much so. I really had to unpack last year that I didn't almost process or let myself think, oh yeah, I'm sick. Like, I'd been and seen doctors and they'd been like, this is whatever. And still in my brain I was like, I was experiencing it all the time, but I wasn't factoring it in. I wasn't giving it the space it needed. I guess because it was easier to pretend it wasn't that serious, that it wasn't having that much of effect, that it wasn't that bad. And especially when there are people that suffer so much worse, and I'm forever grateful that I got a little bit better at least. But I rang my dad the other day. He said something that really, I don't think he realised how much it meant to me that he realised. He basically said he thinks he's been assuming I'm better than I am, and that is not his fault. That is something I created, because being honest about it means I have to say, hey, I need help. And when you don't know what that help is, it's so tough, because no one has an answer. No one knows what to do. We're waiting on more doctors, more appointments, like it's just endless waiting. And in the in-between I'm like, it's fine, just get to this, just get to that. And then I realise a month has gone by and I've been thinking, oh, it's just a rough week. And then you have to start being honest with yourself. It's not just a reaction to being busy, because I haven't been busy this week. I've done bare minimal this week. And yet I woke up this morning and just felt exhausted. And I get lightheaded walking upstairs. I'm just so tired. And I don't know what to do anymore. But there are some beautiful things that still mean I have really great days, in the weirdest sense of the word. I've been painting. I'm trying to crochet a cardigan, which has been going on for months, but we're getting there. I found a whole new side of YouTube with these really honest creative people, and it sort of struck a new inspiration, and I really needed that, because there's been a video I've been wanting to make and had all these ideas for, and I just never have the energy, and it frustrates me, because I want to be doing that. I don't know if there's anything else I can say. I wish there was a way to just button this all up with a nice bow and be like, here, but there's not. There is one thing. My favourite trees are cherry blossom trees, because I just think they're so... I can't explain it, I just think they're gorgeous, and the fact it's so short, you really have to... Every time I walk past one that's in bloom, I stop and I admire it, because I know it's not going to be in bloom for long. Like, that is a precious moment that you get to admire it in bloom with these blossoms. And I always want to make the most of that, so I stop and I look, and there is a cherry blossom tree right outside my window. So even the days that I haven't been able to get outside at the minute, there is this tree just there that I admire every day, and I think it's amazing. And I've really seen like each blossom come out in a way, because I saw it start to bloom, and now it's like almost, it feels like it's in full bloom, and then the next week there'll be even more, and it's like, wow. Creation is just incredible. And maybe that's the gift, that I can't move fast. I physically cannot handle the speed people move at right now. So I notice when they say stop and smell the roses, I really feel like there's such richness in every moment. That was probably really cheesy, but God is good all the time. This is gonna be pretty repetitive, but I'm just so tired. It just feels endless at the minute. I've hardly done anything today. It's not even 9 and I'm about to get into bed because I just cannot stay awake. I'm in pain. I feel completely spaced. I have so much going on this week as well. And I don't know. I just don't know what to do. So we had our first blue sky day in quite a while, and I had the pleasure of spending it in my bed. I've been thinking it through because I never want to be complaining. That's why I find it really hard to speak about, because it feels like complaining, because it is negative, because it's saying, look, I'm not having a nice time with my body right now. But I just suddenly thought, actually, it's not complaining, it's just me trying to explain what I'm experiencing and trying to be honest with that. That creates understanding into how I'm acting, etc. But anyway, we had church this morning and I went and I was worship leading but sat down. And it's been a busier week and I've still been low energy, and trying to balance the two is really tough, but it was too much. But I don't know how I could have said no to anything, if that makes sense. That's still something I don't know how to do. The only way I can think to describe it, it was almost as if my body went into shock. Like I just got this chill and couldn't feel warm, and I was like, it's that point where you just have to sit down, like you can't stay standing. And then I've just been in bed the whole afternoon, and then I look outside and it's gorgeous blue sky, and it's the kind of thing I love to make the most of, and I want to be outside soaking it in, but I'm struggling to walk up the stairs. It's crazy. And it just feels like a lot of being held back from the things I want to do right now. And I'm in pain a lot, like running down my arms. Yeah. So, it is a gorgeous blue sky, and unfortunately we've not been able to make the most of it. And I need to go back to bed, to be honest. There are a couple of little things that I'm going to do just to feel a bit rejuvenated, which is, I think my plant needs a little bit of water. I'm not the most consistent with watering it, but I have kept it alive, so I'm doing something okay. And then it's actually a new month. It's the 2nd of April, and I don't feel like my brain has comprehended that change. I have a bullet journal and I'm going to do a setup for this next month. It's a bit of a difficult one because I like to set goals for each month to feel like I'm moving forward, and I'm going to be 100% honest, I didn't do any of them from last month, which is really tough for me to be okay with, but I did everything I could. So when you do everything you can and it's not enough, it's just so frustrating. We're grateful for the blue sky. We do have a quieter week, so hopefully we can recover a little bit. Yeah, I have no idea what this video is going to look like. I just wanted to create, and this, all I can do right now is document this. But this is reality, I guess. I just don't know who would want to watch it because it's not the most upbeat video. But I was just sitting there this morning just almost overwhelmed with how much I do have. It feels a bit like I'm repeating myself because that little joys video is just honestly how I feel. Like I just have so much to be joyful about and grateful for. Sometimes I think about it, I'm just overwhelmed by it. And it really is. It's the people. All the simple things. Like, that's what I'm grateful to this experience for, was it stripped me right back and refocused my brain on the things that matter. Because your life shrinks, it has to shrink. And you realise the most, like, it's so cliche and people will tell it you and you won't believe it, but the people and the simple things, like looking out the window, preferably it wouldn't be out the window, preferably I would be outside looking up at the sky, on a walk just feeling the sun on my face, like watching a plant grow, listening to a new album. Like, these things have filled my life with so much joy, and I don't want to speed up again. There are so many things I hope to be able to do again. There's so many things I miss. I miss being active. I miss getting to dance every day. Like, I loved that and I miss it every single day. I miss just not having to worry about will I have energy for that. Just getting on the tube without any concern about, like, am I going to be able to get home? There's so many things I miss. But even if I woke up tomorrow and everything was fine, I don't want to go back to the using every second to work and striving, because it's not worth it. I honestly feel so much more joy now because I get to stop and appreciate it, and I don't want to lose that. Like, I just can't agree with the hustle culture, and like, I think, yeah, work hard, but you don't need to be striving all the time, and you don't need to be on 10 times speed, because these moments are important too. It's a blue sky day. It's a taste of spring, finally. It's been gross rain all week, and just being able to look outside and not see a single cloud, and the sun shining on branches, and spring is in the air. Yay! Yeah, I am exhausted. No, I am going to water my plant and then sleep. While you watch this, I challenge you to think of 3 things you're grateful for and be specific. This video is far longer than I expected or would prefer, but here's some final thoughts. 1, I can feel frustration at not being able to do stuff and sad about what I'm missing out on, while also being joyful. It is possible to feel 2 things. They are not exclusive. 2, there's just such richness and joy in life, and it's incredible. And this is something that goes up and down. And sometimes I just need a reminder in the real downs that it'll go up again. We actually had 2 days of blue sky after that one I spent in bed, and I was able to go outside for a little bit of each of them, so that was incredible. Thank you, God. I really, that meant a lot. And after a rainy morning, it's coming out again now, so yay. I feel like we're past the hurdle of this particular rough patch, so hopefully videos will be coming more regularly again. This is just an honest insight into why there's sometimes gaps. Happy Easter. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you on the flip side.